The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network. I'm going to take you to a place where it's breezy and warm out. It's Washington, D.C., 1993. And all you see is a girl running with her knees knocking. And it's one of those days where she has to rush off and get home. I want you to try to imagine what that young woman's going through, trying to get to where she needs to go in heels. And out of the corridors of buildings, like high school gyms and college professors and prestige of Washington, D.C., a story comes out with a young woman who has been violated. She hasn't gone to the police. She hasn't gone to anyone. She doesn't know who to turn to, because she turns to the police because that's something you just don't do. Not in that area, not with that type of prestige and that kind of power and authority. Here we are years later in the story of Terry Reid. There were girls that have gone to college who've been raped on campus. What I think is that this was like almost similar to what a campus assault is. Usually the story doesn't come out till years later. The victim has been through the ordeal. She feels strong enough to go and present it to whoever she has to present it to, because she realizes that no matter how much she tries to, the Stockholm Syndrome she once or still has is dissipating. It's actually pretty normal for a lot of times a victim to make the abuser seem not as bad as what he is. It's a coping mechanism. There's a lot of things that are going on with the victim that is deep in the psyche. That's why it requires counseling and therapy. There's a lot of victims who have Stockholm Syndrome. And what I saw was that Tara Reid, she was that girl running with her dress hiked up, because it wasn't long enough, because of Democrats who protected and still do protect Joe Biden. He's a predator. And predators in Washington, D.C. are predators in Washington, D.C. And some of you who protect the predators, I'm just telling you as a granddaughter for the attorney for the Pittsburgh Police, you could be considered a conspiracy. You could be conspiring to withhold information. It's not just up to the victim to come forward. It's actually up to the people that saw and witnessed it. That's conspiracy to withhold information. There's a lot of information. For some reason, people are afraid to say something. Like as if we're not old enough to figure it out. When somebody brushes themselves up against a girl or a little child. I sat there and watched on C-SPAN how bad Joe Biden has gotten. He's progressively gotten worse and worse. Abusers progressively get worse. They start to look at children. Once he's tried to enjoy the challenge of conquering a young woman, they go younger. I sat there and watched these clips on YouTube about a C-SPAN interview. And they were talking about how to get together to do a photo op with Joe Biden, a predator. A predator. There was a well-known fact that he was looking at young girls as young as 12, 11, And there were congressional members who weren't even protecting their children. It's called Child Rights CASA. Children's Rights Advocates. We're sitting here watching. Police are watching. Detectives are watching. When you exploit and assault somebody, whether it be on the phone, whether it be on TV, or whether it be out there, there are witnesses. Be very careful that some of you who do this, you're being warned. You know how you're going to lose everything? Your life savings, your personal possessions, the things that you enjoy. Victims have rights to sue in civil litigation is a reality. You assault a victim that many times, whether it be on TV or not, whether it be on the phone or not. The victim has rights. Victims can sue their offenders in civil court, civilly. There are laws that protect victims. And there are people who their prized possessions, they would get sued for everything they own, and they would lose their license in business, and they wouldn't be allowed to even step foot in the places they enjoy stepping foot in. Like for Joe Biden, he wouldn't be allowed anywhere near the places he used to hang out with his friends, colleagues. There is new sexual assault litigation that when we go to court and we witness this type of abuse, the fear of a victim, it's like watching how did Joe Biden become friends with Jack the Ripper? Did they become pals? This type of assault and predator behavior deserves legal criminal action, and I mean it. It is outrageous when a man abuses a woman that way. No thought of the other family, friends, anyone. When I look at the compassion for a victim, I wouldn't be putting her on live TV to put herself in any more unnecessary danger. She had been put through something horrible. She was forced up against a wall, and he penetrated her as she's trying to drop off a duffel bag by those liberal cohorts that they call pals. Payback time is coming. Especially for some of you slime buckets that went along with it and knew about it. It is